with 50 GB free space. Then they will create. Okay. So once you connect to the Linux operating system, you can see this file system. How you can see my file system view in Linux operating system? Using a command. What is the command? df space -h. Okay. Once you click on that command in Unix flavors Linux operating system, then you will see what are the different file systems has been created and what is the size of that each file system and how much percentage is utilizing and how much free space is there. Okay, those information we can see if you click on df space -h command. Okay, this is used to check my file systems. Okay, so if you're talking about Windows, okay, the C drive, what is the use of C drive in Windows? My Windows related program files will be saved in C drive automatically, right? In C drive we have a program files, right? So all my Windows related softwares, Windows related application softwares will be saved into C drive by default, right? So if you're talking about Linux, then all my Linux related operating system files, where it will save? It will save into one file system. The file system is nothing but /root. Okay? In /root, my operating system files will be saved. Okay? So when you're talking about Windows, I have one more drive, D drive. Okay, I can tell you, I can inform to my Windows operating system administrator, okay, create a drive with the size of 50 GB. Create a drive with the size of 50 GB. Then they will create a D drive with the size of 50 GB, right? So in that drive I can go to directly into the drive and I can create a folder directly. I can create a folder. What is my folder? Soft dump. Okay, I can create a folder. In that folder I can save my all my required softwares. Okay, that is in Windows operating system. Now we are talking about Linux operating system. Then I required a file system creation. Who will create? My Linux OS admin can create. I need to inform them, boss, please create /soft dump with the size of 50 GB. Then they will create and they will hand out to me. Once they have created or not, how can I check? Using the command df space -h. Okay, then I can see this file system. Okay, so in this file system I can save my softwares. Okay, if it is a Windows, then how can you navigate? Directly you can connect to the administrator user and one window will open. In that you can click on my computer. In that my computer you can see what are the drives has been configured. In that drive, which one you need to copy, okay, which drive you need to copy all the softwares, then you can directly double click on the drive and there you can create your own folders like directories. Like I have created one soft dump and I have saved all the files. Okay, but here my Linux operating system, I have created one soft dump. Then how can I go to that path? To store my software, I need to go to that path, right? So to go to that file system, we need to execute a command. The command is cd space /soft dump. Means we are changing the directory. Okay. So once you click on this command cd space /soft dump. So now you are in slash software dump folder. So don't call this as folder. Just understanding purpose, I am saying folder. Okay. But in Linux operating system, we call it as a file system only. Okay. So now you are in slash soft dump file system. Okay. Slash soft dump path. Okay. I want to know, okay, what is my current working directory? Means where I am, in which location I am. Okay. The command is pwd. Okay. If you click on pwd, it will show you, okay, it will show you the current working directory. At present where I am, slash soft dump, right? So it will show you slash soft dump. It will show you this message. Okay. This is not a command, it will show you this message. Means you are in this directory. Means you are in this file system. Okay. So in now I enter into the file system soft dump. So here I want to create one directory, okay, to store my database related softwares. Okay, and I have created one more directory to store my SAP application related softwares. So I want to create one directory. What is that command? mkdir space dbsoft. I have created one folder, and again I want to create one more folder, mkdir space SAP soft. Then you can see two directories in slash soft dump file system. Okay. Now I want to save my SAP software into SAP soft folder. So you need to go to that path, right? First cd space SAP soft. Right. So if you click on PWD means current working directory. What is my current working directory? Where I am? I am in slash soft dump. In slash soft dump, where I am? SAP soft. This will show you. Okay. So presently you are in a soft dump file system. In that file system, SAP soft directory. Presently you are in this path, this location. Okay. These are the commands, okay, we will discuss based on our topics. Okay. Note down all these Linux commands in one place. Okay. Next time you can refer easily. So this is my current working directory. Okay. Now I want to come out from SAP soft to SAP soft folder to back. Okay. I want to come out SAP soft directory to soft dump file system. I want to come out. Okay. If I want to come out back, then cd space dot dot. Okay. cd space dot dot. This is one of the command. Means if you click on pwd, then it will show you slash soft dump, because you are in soft dump file system. You are not in SAP soft, because cd space dot dot in the sense you will come back one directory. Okay, from SAP soft you are come out from SAP soft directory. Okay, cd dot dot. Got it? Okay, slowly based on topics we will cover the Linux commands. Okay, now I have copied my software. Okay, I have installed my SAP. So now what type of SAP directory will be created? Okay, SAP directories is nothing but what are the SAP related files will be created after my installation. After my installation, what are the directories will be created. Okay, before that we need to discuss about two instances, ASCS and SCS. Okay, ASCS is one of the instance. Okay, we know central instance, we know dialog instance, right? And we have discussed already central services instance. Okay, what is ASCS? and what is SCS. Okay, there is some little bit difference is there. Okay, this ASCS is nothing but it is in one instance. Okay, this instance is related to ASAP instance. Okay, and what it contains? It contains NQ server and message server. Okay, ACS is an instance. Okay, it is for SAP instance and it contains NQ server and message server. It is related to ABAP stack. The ACS is related to ABAP stack. In ACS, what are the components we have? NQ service and message server. Okay, since SAP Netweaver 7.0 onwards, okay, we have Netweaver components versions. Like what are the versions we have in Netweaver components? Netweaver 7.0, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4, 7.5. Okay, so since SAP Netweaver 7.0 onwards, the message server and NQ server work processes are separated from the central instance or separated from the CI. Means before Netweaver 7.0, all the central instance and ACS, central services instance, nothing but it contains a message server and NQ server. So all will be combined into one instance only. Okay, since SAP Netweaver 7.0 onwards, my central instance and my ACS has been separated. Okay, means I have a two instances. One is central instance, one more is ACS instance. Okay, each instance will have an instance number, right? At the time of installation, it will ask you about the instance number. For example, my central instance, I have given an instance number is 00, and my ACS instance, I have given my instance number is a 01. So now how many instances I have? Two instances. There are two grouped with the ACS as a server. Okay, this is nothing but ACS instance. Got it? Okay. Now, SCS, Central Services Instance. Okay. What it contains? The Central Services is a basic communication and synchronization of AS Java cluster. Okay. AS Java cluster. What is a cluster? Okay. Don't confuse. What is a cluster? See, this is my Java architecture. We have seen this Java architecture, right? Each instance in Java architecture we call it as a cluster. Okay, each instance we call it as one cluster. This is one cluster, this is one cluster, this is one cluster. Okay, don't confuse. So in my cluster, what is my central instances? My central services instance is what it contains? My Java message server and my Java NQ server. Okay, this is my central services instance of my Java stack. Okay, this is my for Java cluster only. Got it? So now we'll see what is the directory structure will be created after installation. Okay. First, we'll talk about the Linux operating system. What is my main file system? In where my Linux operating system files will be created? In /root, right? In slash is nothing but a root. Okay, this slash is nothing but a root. Okay, in this I have my Linux operating system files. Okay, so here I need to create file systems. Okay, what are the file systems? We'll see. What are the file systems? We'll see. Okay, so after installation, okay, for SAP related, it will create one directory structure. The first directory structure is USR. In that USR, SAP. In that SAP directory, SAP SID. SAP SID. What is SID? What is my SID? At the time of installation, I have given my SID is a DEV. Okay. So what is my SID here? DEV. Means USR SAP DEV. Okay. Depends on your SID. USR SAP SID. This is one directory. Okay. In USR SAP SID file system, what are other things are there? Okay. And USR SAP, we have one more directory created, trans. Okay. USR SAP, we have created one more. We have not created. The SAP installation tool will create at the time of installation these directories, this file directory structure. Okay. So what is the directory structure? USR SAP trans. And USR SAP, what we have one more thing is SAP SID. If it is my SID is a DEV, then how my file structure will be there? USR SAP DEV. Okay. So in SAP SID means in DEV, what are other things are there? In DEV, I have a folders like sys and DBE BMGS number. This number is nothing but an instance number. Okay, we will see what is DBE BMGS and D instance number and SES Central Services Instance Number, ASCS, okay, ABAP Central Services Instance Number. Okay, first we will see this layer. Okay, this top layer we will see. I have a USR. In USR, I have a SAP. In SAP, I have a SAP SID. What is my SID? DEV. Okay. Here, in DEV, what is the first one is there? Trans sys. Sorry, in SID, I have a sys. Right? SYS. Okay. In sys, we'll see one by one. In sys, what are the directories are there? Global, profile, and exe. One is profile, global, and exe. Okay. First, we'll talk about these files. Okay. USR, SAP, SID, sys, profile. Okay. What is this profiles? When you are starting your SAP, okay, when you are starting your SAP, how my SAP is up and running? Okay, means how my SAP will know what services I need to up, what is the port numbers of that each service, right? So how SAP will know? So for that purpose, we have some profiles. Means at the time of instance up, the SAP will read the profiles. What are the profiles are there, are configured after installation. Okay, means at the time of installation, based on the profile parameter and based on the profile value, it will read and it will up the services accordingly. If all the services are up, then ultimately my SAP server is up and running. successfully, right? So what are the different profiles are there? We will see. Actually, there are three different types of profiles are there. There are three different types of profiles. One is start profile, another one is default profile, another one is instance profile. Okay, another one is instance profile. So these are the three different types of profiles. And each profile we have each profile we have different profile parameters are there. Different profile parameters are there. We will see what are the different profile parameters are there. Okay. So I have a start profile, default profile, instance profile. So at the time of server up, okay, if you started server, then what will happen? First, SAP will read start profile. In that start profile, what are the parameter files are there? Means what is the parameters and what is the values are there. It will read all the values from start profile. After that, it will read default profile. Okay, in that default profile, what are the profile parameters are there and what is the values are there. Okay, once it reads default profile, next it will read instance profile. Okay, so after successful reading all these profile parameters, my SAP server will up and running. Okay, so in interview they will ask you one of interview question. Okay, what is the sequence of your profile parameter at the time of a SAP up? Means, for example, if you are starting an SAP, then what is the sequence? Which profile it will read first? So this is the different types of questions. So our answer is, first it will read start profile, next it will read default profile, next it will read instance profile. So you need to say what is the combination, what is the sequence? Start, default, instance, SDI. This is the sequence of reading profile by my SAP. Okay, start, default, instance. We will see what is the naming conversions of my profile parameters, and each profile, what are the major profile parameters and what are the values are there. Okay, we will see at the time of installation. Once installation completed, then we can see this. Okay, next, this is my profile parameters. Global directory. Okay, in global directory, what it contains? My in global directory, it contains my some data logs will be there. Okay, data logs. What is mean by data logs? Okay, the data logs, some different naming conversions and with the random numbers will be generated with the date and time stamp. Okay, so if there is any particular program is running, okay, so those programs are will fetch some data, right? So the programs related data log file will be saved in the global directory. Okay, and next one is exe. So as a basis guy, we can regularly will check the in profile parameters and exe files and all the things. I will tell you what are the important of that. Okay, why? Because in profile parameters there might be a chance you need to create a new profile parameter and value, and you maybe need to change profile parameter and its value. Okay, to create a profile, to change the profile, we can do two methods, two ways. We can do this in two ways. What is that? One is operating system level. Operating system level in the sense, I can navigate to USR, SAP, SID, SIS profile. Okay. First, select which profile parameter you want to change. For example, I want to change one profile value in instance profile. So I can open this file at operating system level. So I can I can check the profile parameter name and I can change the value. I can save it. Okay. So SAP level, sorry, OS level also we can change this. And another way is SAP level. Okay. Means after successful installation, I need to connect to my SAP server, and in SAP server, I need to change my profile parameter. Okay, if I need to change my profile parameter in SAP level, once you connect it to SAP, how you will work? Once you connect to SAP, you will work based on the transactions. The shortcut is T codes. Okay, the shortcut is T codes. Okay, so each and every technical module and functional module, they will have a different transaction codes based on their roles and responsibility. Okay, so as a basis guide, we have a different transactions are there. Okay, we will see the transactions based on our topics. Okay, now I have connected to my SAP through SAP GUI. I have logged in. I have provided username and password. Now I got my screen. Okay, in that I want to work. How can I work? I need to know the transaction codes. Then only I can work. Okay. Now what is my task? I want to change one profile parameter value. Which profile parameter? I want to change the instance profile. Okay, so for that, to change the profiles or to create a profiles, we have a transaction code that is that is RZ10. RZ10 is one of the T code, RZ10, to edit the profiles. Okay, and before executing the transaction, we need to know /n/o. Did we discuss this /n/o previously? Did we discuss this /n/o previously? Sorry?
No.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay. See, /n/rz10 Why we are using before T code /n? Okay. Because see, this is my one SAP screen, not a server. SAP screen means after login, after connect to my SAP, this is my SAP screen. Okay. Here I can provide my transaction codes here in this space. Okay. So here, so this is my first SAP log screen. Okay. I have connected and I got my SAP screen. Now I want to execute, I want to edit my profile parameters. What I need to do? I need to run this transaction code RZ10 here, RZ10. Then what will happen? RZ10 T code related screen will come up. Okay, in the same screen only. Okay, in the same screen only. Okay, so before RZ10, if you use /n, means the T code is /n RZ10. Okay, /n RZ10 means it's a new transaction code. New transaction code. So once you click on /n RZ10, RZ10 is related to edit the profiles, right? RZ10 transaction code related screen will appear in the same SAP screen. Okay, so how many sessions I have right now? Only one session only. This is my only one session. This session is nothing but one active user, one active session, one active session. Okay. For example, this is one session. Okay. Here I am executing one report. Okay. Parallelly, I want to run another report. Then what will happen? I want another active session to be open. Then I can do another parallel work. I can execute another program. Okay. For that, what I will do is, this is my SAP screen. Here I want to execute the transaction code. So now I have executed transaction like /o rz10 /o rz10. Then what will happen? This is my active session. Okay. And parallelly one more session will be open. This session is related to what it will display here. It will display RZ10 related screen will be displayed here. RZ10 related screen will be displayed here. So now how many active sessions are there? This is one active session. This is one active session. So I have two active sessions are there. Right? So that is the difference between /n and /o. If you use a /o, it will create a one more session. Okay. And
the /n and /o, can we use all transactions or only restricted only RJ10?
not RZ10. You can use any transaction code.
Transaction.
Okay. Before transaction code, if you use a /o, what will happen? It will open one more new SAP screen. Is nothing but a new active session. Okay. For example, my end users are doing, they are opening n number of new sessions unnecessarily. Okay. For example, user 1 is there. User 1 has opened 5 sessions, 5 active sessions, and user 2 also is open one more 5 sessions. But practically they are working on one session only. Unnecessarily they have opened n number of new sessions. Then what will happen? Ultimately, okay, it will occupy some buffers at my instance level, right? Why? Because each instance will have some buffer areas, right? Each instance will have some buffer areas. So if you are opening sessions unnecessarily, backend what is happening, for each and every session, it will occupy some memory at my instance level, and ultimately it will occupy some load at my instance level, right? So this is unnecessarily we are giving some load on my server, or okay, unnecessarily I am using some memory buffers on my server. So to restrict this, I want to restrict this. Okay, there is one profile parameter name is there. Okay, there is one profile parameter name. So using that name, we can maintain the value. For example, if the value has been maintained as a 3, okay, means 3 means users can open 3 active sessions only. Okay, 1, 2, and one more session he can open. Okay, one more session he can open. See, 3 active sessions only he can open. For example, here also in the third active session also he has tried one more T code like /o rz10. One more different T code. Okay, again /o. /o in the sense, what is this? Again, it should create one more active session. But how? What is the active session number here? It's already opened 1, 2, 3. This is 4th active session. So it will not open here. So this will not come. So here he got one pop-up message. Okay. Pop-up message, what is that? Your active sessions has reached. Okay, you cannot open new active session. So I am restricting them. So I am restricting them. Okay. So based on that, I can restrict the memory buffer areas and I can restrict the load, unnecessarily load, right? So this is the difference between /n and /o. Okay. Now we are talking about the profiles. So if you want to change the profiles, there are two ways. You can edit at operating system level or you can change at SAP level. SAP level, if you want to edit the profile parameters, what is our transaction code? RZ10. Okay. If for example in your interview, if they ask what is the profile parameter transaction code, or how to edit the profile parameters at SAP level, what is the transaction code? Okay. Don't say /n rz10. Don't say /o rz10. If you're saying /n rz10, okay, if you're saying /o rz10, then you are not a real-time experienced guy. Okay. The answer is RZ10 only. The T code, the original T code, what it is? RZ10 only. /n and /o is the extra features has been given by SAP. If you're using a /n in the same SAP screen, new screen will be open. That is use of /. If you're using a /o, it will open one more SAP screen, means one more session will be open. That's it. Got it? So these are the small notifications, okay, small hints, okay. At the time of our topics, I will tell you how you need to answer the questions, okay. So this is the profile parameter and we know the global directory, and now exe is the most important, okay. Exe, what it contains? It contains my kernel files. What are the kernel files? SAP related kernel files. Means my all executables will be resides under exe folder, right? So what is my kernel path? If interview, they will ask you what is the kernel path. You need to tell this path: USR, SAP, SID, sys, exe. This is my kernel path. You need to tell this path: USR, SAP, SID, sys, exe. This is my kernel path. This is one of the interview question. What is your kernel path? What is my kernel path? So here also one note. When you are saying the answer, here USR, SAP, SID. Why I am saying SID instead of DEV? Don't say DEV, QAS, PRD. Okay. If my SID is anything, for example, my SID is D01 or DEV or PRD, anything. So that's why instead of saying SID, okay, DEV, instead of saying DEV, we can say SID. Okay. If they ask you, what is your kernel path? What is my answer? USR, SAP, SID, sys, exe. This is the answer. Okay. There are so many kernel files are there. Okay, we will see at the kernel topic what are the different kernel files are there. And one more thing, each and every SAP kernel means not a files, the combination of all executable files, we call it as a SAP kernel. Got it? The combination of all exe files. What are the executable files are resides in exe folder? Those we call it as a SAP kernel. So each SAP kernel will have some version name, some version, and also they will have some patch level. Got it? Each SAP kernel will have some version and with the patch level. For example, the version is 720. The patch level is 100. Okay. So next year SAP has released a new kernel version with the new patch level. For example, SAP has come up with 740 with 200 patch level. Sorry, same 100 patch level. Then I can do the kernel upgrade from version to another version, right? So as per this scenario, I can kernel upgrade from 720 patch level 100 to 740 patch level 100. That is nothing but a, what is that? Kernel upgrade. This is the most important interview question, kernel upgrade. How you will do the kernel upgrade? Before kernel upgrade, what are the pre-steps you need to follow? Okay. At the time of kernel, we will discuss this. Okay. Now, actually, I have upgraded kernel from 720/100 to 740/100. Okay. After that, I am facing some technical issues. I am facing a lot of issues. Okay. So my client has decided, no, I don't want to go with the new kernel. I want to revert back with my old kernel. Then I need to revert back again 740 patch level 100 to 720 patch level 100. This is nothing but kernel degrade. Okay. So we can perform kernel upgrade and we can also perform kernel degrades. Okay. We will see in our kernel upgrades path. Okay. We can see kernel upgrades part topic. Okay. This is a kernel upgrades. So all kernel files where my kernel files resides, USR, SAP, SID, sys, exe. Okay. So this one layer has been completed. USR, SAP, SID, sys. This layer has been completed. Okay. Okay. So where we are? exe. Okay. So this is my exe path. USR, SAP, SID, sys, exe. This is my exe path. Fine. So now we'll see this one. Okay. DVE number. What is that? DVE number. It's nothing but C. DVE and one number, instance number. For example, I have given 00. Okay. This is nothing but my central instance. This is nothing but my central instance. Okay. What is DUBMGS? Okay. D for dialog work process, V for update work process, E for enqueue work process, B for background work process, M for message server, G for gateway service, S for spool. Means all my R3 related services including work processes. Okay. So this is my central instance naming convention. This is my central instance naming convention. Hello, Hari?
Yes, yes. Now I'm able to hear.
Okay, fine. See, what we are discussing, we know what is our exe. Okay. What is our exe path? What is my kernel path? Kernel path is USR, SAP, SID, sys, exe. This is my kernel path, right? Here my all SAP related executables will be resides. Okay. Now we are talking about DVE instance number. Okay. DVE and the instance number, for example, instance number I have given 00 at the time of installation. Then what is nothing but DVE D stands for dialog work process, B stands for update work process, E stands for enqueue work process, B stands for background work process, M stands for message server, G stands for gateway service, S stands for spool server. Means my all R3 architecture services including work processes. Okay. DVE00, the naming convention is called it as my central instance naming convention. Okay. My central instance naming convention like this at OS level. DVE00. Okay, got it? DVE00. And one more thing is there. D instance number. D instance number. For example, this is 01. What is the D? It's a dialog instance. Okay, and my dialog instance number is 01. So the naming convention of my dialog instance in at OS level, it will create a D01. D01 folder is my dialog instance related, right? DVEBMJS00 is, that is my central instance related folder, directory, file system. Got it? Next, ASCS and number. ASCS number, for example, 02. This is my ABAP Central Services instance. Okay, and this is my ABAP Central Services instance, and the instance number is 02. Getting my point? Why CI and my Central Services instance separated from Netweaver 7.0 onwards? SAP has separated CI instance and AS services instance. Okay, and one more thing is SCS and instance number. SCS instance number, for example, 03. This is for my Java related central services instance, Java related central services instance, and this instance number is 03. Okay, so DVEBMJS 00, D01, ASCS 02, SCS 03. These all will be created at the time of installation at OS level. You can navigate to these directories. You can navigate to these file systems. Okay. So tomorrow we'll see what are the remaining folders will be there in this instance folders. Okay, in central instance, dialog instance, central services instance, and AS services instance. And after that we'll see tomorrow USR SAP trans directory. Okay, in trans directory what are the folders will be there. Okay. Any questions, doubts?